Today I'm here going to talk into a very important topic about the real life of immigrants in different countries where they are. We are going to look at how they come and how you started the life. And most importantly, what is the journey to success look like? And what does success mean to the immigrants? Because it might be different from one person to another person. So in this session, I will talk for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I will start accepting questions, going through questions. And I'm not going to answer questions about when is the DV lottery questions in particular, or you have a question maybe about my case number is high or low. This is not that live. So if you are here, I'm not going to answer those questions. I'm going to talk about the transitioning, the life as immigrant, but most importantly, how can you be able to succeed as immigrant? And what is the journey of success to immigrants mean? It varies from one person to another. And what criteria do we use to say this person or this particular immigrant has succeeded? So that will be the overall live session for today, or this kind of discussion. So welcome everyone. If today is your first time to come across to my YouTube channel, or to come across to the live stream, or to this particular video, or to anything about what I've been able to be sharing to others, please consider subscribing and continue to share some of my contents. As you know, my videos are based on immigration. My videos are based on when we talk about scholarships opportunities, we talk about writing books, publishing books, personal growth, all those kind of things. So let's go to the main topic about the success of immigrants, or their journey, their realities. What does that entail? When we say immigrants and the success, what do we really include there? What are the recipes? What are the items which will be able to help us when we transition to new countries and be able to survive? Some other people usually get frustrated or confused. Let's say you are from Nigeria and you are here in the United States, and your relative or some of your friend is asking for a certain kind of help, and you say, I don't have money right now, or I don't have something right now. Someone is surprised, but you are in America, you are in Germany, why you don't have money? It's confusing for so many people. And someone maybe, you might have a relative who is sick and you cannot be able to contribute because you don't have money. So there are so many things around that. There are people, let's say, you leave them in your country, you come here, they have different understanding or perception or expectation about you while you are here. And you are here already in these countries, you want to follow the journey of success. So are you going to define your success based on the realities and the real life of that particular country, or from the country you are coming from, country of origin? Or what is the medium you are going to say, this is what I'm planning to succeed? Because you might have a goal or understanding of success depending on how you define it before you come here. Like if I go to America, you have lived maybe for 30 years in Tanzania or in Kenya, and then you define, okay, for me in order to succeed, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But once you come here, the things which you counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are they here? And will you be able to attain them here? Or are you going to be coming here and be trapped with the different realities and the understanding of the about the understanding of what we say American dream or the success? But why immigrants don't have money? Some people are asking that way. And why some of the immigrants have 2, 3 jobs? Why? But the same person, if you were in your home country, you don't have 2 jobs, you don't have 3 jobs, you have 1 job most likely, and you have a comfortable life. So I want to explain all these kind of things because people will be able to figure out all those kind of things and whether sometimes it is worth it to come to these countries or not. Because some people are asking questions. I have won the DV lottery, or I've got this one. Is it worth it for me to continue finding ways to go to Germany, to go to America, and go to maybe any country in Europe or in Canada? Is it worth it? Or should I just stay in my country? So all those questions are valid questions. We need to understand. We need to figure out as a group, but also most likely as individual, to be in a position to define, to be a position to understand and make a clear cut so that you cannot be trapped into the realities. So, number one, let us start with the average age of immigrants coming to these countries. In America, for instance, currently, the average age of most of the immigrants is about from 26 to 35. But as the days are going on, is still growing a little bit. People are going around the age of 30. And that is not just for America. If you look about Canada, we have talked about pathways to go to Canada, express entry. We have talked about the merit-based immigration or point-based immigration system for Australia. New Zealand have those kind of ways. So if we look about merit-based immigration for other countries, you need to have maybe bachelor degree or master's degree or sometimes PhD, 5 to 10 years work experience. So if you look, majority of people of that particular, what will be the age of those people? Majority of them, they'll be 30 years and above. So you come here, let's say you are 30 years old, you have bachelor degree, you have 5, 10 years work experience in your own country already. You come here. The first thing you need to know is what ways are you using to come to these countries? Because the ways you use to come to these countries might have impact in one way or another on how the speed of success to you will look like. And this is something as immigrant you need to know. You don't, not just immigrant, but in overall life, each person has their own goals, have their own ways to attain those goals. One person will have a very high speed and maybe come to America and succeed very, very quickly. Will depend on their conditions or the factors. Someone, because maybe they have a good degree, maybe someone comes with the degree in science, another one is social science. That will differ. Another person comes depending on what type of visa you use to come to these countries. We'll be able to determine those. It depends on the spirit of someone in the terms of hard working, depends on the city or the state. There are so many factors. So don't come here and start comparing yourself with any other Americans or any other immigrants as competing on the speed. You can have desire to attain certain things like Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, but it doesn't mean that you have to compete in the same speed, exactly the same like their blueprint. You are coming from different background. You have your own ways. So it's not just like it's a sprint. You have to finish within 10 seconds. No. So for that particular case, number one is I've been saying is don't start comparing. Okay, maybe EBM has been there for, I'm going to be almost 13 years. I've been 13 years. Maybe he got a green card on many years. Maybe I'm giving an example at this number of years while he's in America. But another person can come from day one with a green card lottery. Another person decided maybe to come through working visa. Another one comes through student visa. So there are different ways someone is used to come. So we cannot have the same starting line just because you landed in New York. No, it doesn't mean that way. So number one thing is forget about comparing you and your success to any other immigrants in terms of their timeline. They have been in America. Someone can be here in America for a shorter time, can be able to succeed a lot of things, and those success are basing on their own goals and expectations, what they created for. But what are you going to have your own goals and your expectations? That is something you need to consider. So that's number one. Number two, when we are talking about the realities of immigrants and their success, the journey to success will also depend on what type of visa or what pathway have you used to come to those countries. Let's say if you apply for the express entry, you go to Canada, that means from day one, you go there as permanent resident. If you come or you go to Canada, let's say as international student, your path will be different from someone who got express entry, because someone will start from day one as a green card holder. But for you, you will start as international student, maybe for PhD, 4 years first, then to get work permit, then to come to get permanent resident. So for you, your permanent resident will take 5 years or 6 years to get it. Another person is getting from day one. The same way as in America. For instance, myself, I came as international scholar. I came here as a scholar for 1 year program. Then from 1 year program, I applied for master's, another year program. Then I got married. I was on OPT for 1 year. So the 3rd year, I got my green card. So it took 3 years basically, but I was not out of the status. I was all the time in the normal way. But another person, my nephew, for instance, came day one in America as a green card holder because he won the green card lottery. So the path will be different. How much money I will be able to make per year as an international student will be different, because tuition fees will be covered if you have a scholarship, or if you are paying for yourself, you have to pay. Then as an international student, you are limited in number of hours to work. You are working about 20 hours per week. So that will be different from someone who comes as green card holder, or someone who comes directly from day one as H1 visa, as a working visa. Or if you're going to Australia, you're going to Canada, you are going as a skilled worker already with a job, working 40 hours per week as a full-time job. Your journey of success, the starting line will be different from someone coming as a tourist, someone comes as an international student. So that's why I said, don't start comparing, oh, so-and-so has this type of car, has this type of house. They just studied for 3 years, they bought the house. The question is, what way this person used to come to those countries? So that is also different from one person to another. So the reality will also depend on the type of visa you are using, or the pathway you are using to go to that particular country. That is very, very important. Now, you arrive in that particular country. It comes to the third part, or the third point. What is your end result? Why have you decided to get into the plane for whatever pathway you are using to come to these countries? What do you want to achieve? What is your overall objective? You come to America to do what? Yes, you say, I'm going to find life. Some people can say that. Someone can say, I want to come to here to get good education, then go back to my home country. I'm going to visit Australia. I'm going to New Zealand. I'm going to Norway. I'm going to wherever. Then I'm going back to my home country. But another person will say, I want to make life in those countries. So if you want to make life in those countries, I usually tell people, you have to make a decision from the day you landed at the port of entry. If you are arriving at a particular country in Norway through Oslo airport, or from you arriving through Ottawa in Canada, or Chicago in the US through the state of Illinois, whatever the first airport you arrive in that particular country, you have to make a decision that I've come here purposely to succeed and I will stay here for the rest of my life, or I'm coming here, then I'll be able to go back to my home country. By making that decision, we'll be able to help you for further steps, because from day one, it will help you to define the resources. Meaning, let's say if I say, I want to stay here forever, that's the goal I come with. Meaning, I don't need to start, okay, I get $1,000, buy me a plot of land over there. Oh, maybe I have to travel every 6 months, I have to go to Tanzania. You see? Because my goal is to be here. It will define for me, it will help me to define the resources. It will help me to decide what type, if I want to go back to school or to get a certification, what type of certification do I need to have? Let's say you studied maybe teaching, to become a teacher in your country, and maybe you're a teacher of English language, and you're a primary school teacher, and you come here as a primary school teacher. Are you able, was that your goal, but are you able to be here and teach English language to the English-born American English here or in Britain, and be able to have the same success, or what you're feeling like the same? So you need to know, if I have to continue as a teaching, what type of certification do I need to have? Or you might come here and say, no, I don't want to be a teacher, I want to become a nurse. What are the steps? So you have to decide to study, because if you say I want to come to study here, for instance, you come to America and you start to become CNA, certified in nursing assistant, for instance, and then you are going to go back to your home country, and CNA in America, you go back to your home country, is very small position. It's just like a diploma in nursing, different from if you have a degree in nursing. So you have to decide what type of degree or what type of certification do I need if I want to stay here. If I'm going back to my home country, what degree, what education do I need to have if I have to go back to my home country? So that is something you need to know. Am I going to stay here, or I'm going back? You can go back when you retire, but when I'm saying staying here, are you planning to stay in these countries for the next 20 years to come? That is the question you need to ask yourself. It will determine the course you are going to study. It will determine types of job are you looking. It will determine who are you hanging with, who will be your friends. Do you want to have more immigrant friends, or do you want to have also more friends who are the native of this particular country? Do you want to have friends if you are looking for engineering, architectural studies, friends in that particular field, or you're looking for friends even in sociology? So you need to know that kind of, to be having the reality. Then you come to these countries. You have to understand that when I'm coming here, I'm going to start from zero. This is very, very big. When you come to these countries, as I said, you need to have the understanding that I'm coming to America, I'm going to Canada, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to Australia, I'm going to New Zealand, I'm going to start from zero. Meaning, you have won the green card lottery. It's okay. You have come with the pathway which allows you to have a very good work. That's very, very good. You are coming as an international student. You have limitation of hours. But no matter whatever you come, in most cases, out of all immigrants, over 95 to 98% are not coming as professional workers, skilled worker. Most of them, they don't come with those professional work visa. Majority, they come for other ways, student, visiting, whatever. So if you come and you start working, basically, your work experience in your home country don't translate directly to workforce here in these countries. So, meaning you will start with a general labor job in most cases. You have won the DV lottery. You are a banker. You are engineer. You are a lawyer. You don't come with your bar exam from Nairobi or in Kenya in general, or you are CPA from Ghana, or you are CPA from Nigeria. You come here, you assume that you become a CPA here in America right away from day one. No. You will start with a minimum dollar job. You will start working in the warehouse. You will start working in the restaurants. You will start working in the supermarkets. You will work in the hotels. You will work in the daycare. Whatever it is, you will start with the work which is not necessarily to have the same positions. You might get a good salary, or per hour job, which can be $10, $15, $20 per hour, depending. For instance, if you start with Amazon, the general dollar job amount they give is $15. You start with that one. So $15 per hour, that's a good start. So it depends, first of all. So you have to lower down your ego that I will start from the beginning. So assume you are 35 years old. You have won the DV lottery, green card lottery. You come to America as a permanent resident. You come to America as an international student. You go to Norway. You go to Finland. You go to Netherlands, Germany, Canada, whatever country you are going. You're already 35 years old, and you are starting back to start cleaning. You are starting back arranging things into the supermarket. You are starting at the bottom. So you already in your country, you have already been at the peak. Now you come here, you start from zero. While some people in America at the same of your age, at the age of 35, majority of them, if they have the same education with a bachelor degree or master's degree, they don't do cleaning. They've already passed that because of they have enough work experience in the same country. But you are coming here. Sometimes they don't call your supervisor in Ghana or in South Africa or in Zimbabwe. Can you tell me about this person? They want work experience in America. Sometimes they want education directly from America. It will be easier for you to translate that one. So all those kind of challenges put you from behind. So you have to know, when we say the realities of immigrants, you have to know that you come here, you already have work experience. You come here with your degrees. You come here, you already have a certain status in your own family. You come here in America, you go to Canada, you are starting at the basic. That's another challenge. Psychological is another challenge to start. It depends on what you have been doing, but you need to come with the mindset that I'm going to these countries, I will be in a position to excel, but as long as I take one step at a time. Yes, this is a transitional time. I'll keep going further and further depending on what I'm planning to do. So that is something else very, very crucial. Because some people, they come here with expectation that they come here to collect the money from trees, whatever, to be easy, because we get used to, oh, you're in America, you have money. You come here, is very, very tough. Then let's go to the reality, which comes to the responsibilities. The responsibilities, I'm talking about the monetary responsibilities. Yes, you get paid. Let's say you work, you start your minimum dollar job, $15 per hour. When I say, oh, you're getting $15 per hour, you say, oh, this is a lot of money. So let's say full time is 40 hours per week. So 40 hours per week, if you take 40 times 4 weeks, usually it's 160. So 160 hours in a month times $15. That is 2,400. It might look bigger depending on the exchange rate of your country. This is a very good amount of money. If you convert to Tanzanian shillings, almost 5 million. You convert it to Ugandan shillings, it's almost like 7 million. Kenyan shillings, whatever it will be, 1,000, whatever, I don't know, 24,000, because $1 is 100 shillings, whatever it is. So you get about this one. If you are single, you can live with this amount of money. But remember, you don't get all this amount of money direct. About 600 of this one, even to 800 depending, but about 600, it will go into the deductions. You all know that in your countries, you have what we call pay as you earn, pay as you earn, the income tax. You have the same way in America, we have income tax. So let's say 15%. 15% of 2,400. So the government will take out of that one 360. 15% of that one, income tax, federal. Then the state tax is coming there. So let's put it a small amount, put it like $40. I'm giving an example. That is 400. You have 2,400. Then from there, let's say, obviously, there is what you call Social Security. They take. Then there is sometimes, depending on the cities, they have city tax. So there are so many deductions. And then there is the medical insurance. If you are single, you are married, whatever. So if you add all of those, let's say you put about 200 more. So about 600 minimum, the government takes away. For me, because I have a family, total of 5, myself, my wife, and 3 kids, I pay just health insurance $350 in 2 weeks. So I pay $700 per month deduction just for the medical. So what I'm trying to say, when you have all this money, the same money goes back to the deductions. That's how the government are run all over the world. So in the end, you remain with a small piece. Then from there, you need to have apartment. You need to have the internet. You need to have water, cooking gas. If you are in the set, like you have to have AC, or you have to have also heater in the winter, the set which they have snow or cold season. You need to have those kind of utilities. There is a trash. There is all these kind of utilities. Then there is food. There is transportation. If you put almost everything per month, all the deductions, you might end up with a zero or remain with the $50. Myself, if I take my salary is more than $6,000, and I put all the deductions, more than $2,000, more than that, goes to the deductions. Put your retirement, federal tax, state tax, social security. Then I sponsor some children. Then I have to deduct the medical. Then I come to deduct my own contribution to the retirement and other smaller deduction, whatever. So more than 2,000 goes away. Then I have to pay for the mortgage. I have to pay for the transportation. I have to pay for the food for the 5 people. I have to make sure that there are some, you have to go to the salon, cut the hair, the kids have birthdays, the kids have these demands, they have to buy clothing, they grow so fast, whatever. All those kind of things you put together per month, you might end up remaining with a $50, sometimes zero. So, and in the United States, we don't have those kind of cooperatives. In Kenya, they call it SACCO. In Tanzania, they call it SACCOs, or other places, they call it Vikoba, depending on wherever you are. So we don't have that tendency of like maybe 10 people, you contribute like you, or 100 people, you just pay maybe $50 per month, whatever it is. Then at the end of the year, you come to collect maybe 1,000, 2,000, whatever, and you go to get the loan from your friends. It's not that way. So in the end, this is going to be like, if you send $50, $100 to someone in Tanzania, someone to your home country, remember you have taken a certain amount from the budget. So that's why you see majority of immigrants have 2 jobs. Majority of immigrants have 3 jobs. You can find someone is a university professor, teaching at the university, but on the side is doing Uber. And this is not just for immigrants. This is the reality of the capitalism here. It's very normal. A high school teacher, when the school is closed, is doing tutoring and working at the supermarket. Because you cannot serve, there are so many bills, and the reality, that's the reality. So with the small amount you are going to have, you are going to be pressured with what is called American dream. You need to have this material. So that's why when you need to define your goals, you have to be very careful. Not to be trapped that, oh, you need to have this type of vehicle. You need to have this type of home. You need to have this one. So sometimes you can be able to be trapped into so many things which are not important. And you might end up trying to compete with others, and you lose the focus of the journey to success. So for my case, for instance, when I was coming to America, I had my own vision of what I want to succeed. Yes, obviously, for me, I want to have the house. House is a very big thing for me. House in the sense that I can provide for my family. We can have a very good home. That means the children can be raised from that particular home. So for me, when I'm talking about the success or the overall, the American dream for me is just to have to have sustainable income, to have a home, and be able to have the good family. That's the bigger one, to retire early, all those kind of things. But if you put all the goals into the material part, you might end up having 3 jobs every single day until you're going to retire, and you don't even enjoy your entire life. So those are the few things you need to understand. The journey to success as immigrant is not easy as it looks, because you are coming here you have 30 years of your life, 40 years of your life, but you are starting from zero again. You are starting to build your credit score. You are starting to work from cleaning, from general labor, to go to become a director. There are so many immigrants, they have very good positions, like even senators or congresswomen, congressmen, the directors at the universities. But majority of them, they started with the normal jobs. What is your goal? Why are you coming here? What I hate to see from people, especially those people who come here with a smaller goal, oh, I can just, if I do this general job, I can get maybe $15 per hour. I can work this one, then I can enjoy. It's good for starting, yes, enjoy. But what is the overall 20, 30 years to come? Are you planning to continue to work until the age of 75? You're still working at Walmart, just you cannot be able to survive. But if you want to go to invest in your country, what is the strategy do you have? The aim is not just like, okay, I have to live here forever. But if you want to go to your country, you need to have a strategy, money, behavior on how you are going to spend and how much are you going to invest. Whether you invest here, whether you invest in your country or in another country, that is up to you. But all in all, the journey to succeed is very complex. It's different culture. You come here, you speak your language, you speak English, someone doesn't understand sometimes what you are talking about. How are you going not to be upset? How are you going to get out of that and prepare yourself, your mindset to be ready to continue without losing focus, losing hope? So the good thing, if we take the hard working spirit we have, what we have been going through in our countries, we take that energy and positivity and come to these countries, it is easier to succeed. As long as there are things you need to avoid, like drinking and driving, hitting women, children, using any type of substances unnecessarily. There are so many things. Don't avoid tax. There are certain things, if you follow them, it is easier for you to be able to succeed. But take a time to succeed. And remember, it will be very difficult for you to say that I have extra 5,000 US dollar here. But in developing countries, you can have that one, 10 million Tanzanian shillings. But here it's very difficult because the money goes back. So how are you not going to be depressed? How are you going not to be stressed? How are you not going to be frustrated and continue to do that? So while we are talking about, oh, immigrants find a way to go to California, find a way to go to Canada, find a way to go to Australia, New Zealand, we don't want to come here. You are saying, oh man, these people are talking about this is a cool life. Yes, it's cool, but there are responsibilities. There are some challenges. You need to survive. So those are the things I want to share with you before I go to answer people's questions. Okay, so let's go and see some of people, what are they saying here? Hi, Liz. Thank you. Okay. I'm not planning to answer green card questions. I want to create a situation where I can come with the topic, even if it's not green card per se, but I want people to come here and we can be able to talk various things. Yeah, so thank you everybody, especially from Kenya. If you're from Kenya and you speak Swahili language, please go to my YouTube on my website, which is youtube.ebm Swahili, and subscribe. There are so many videos on that particular channel for Swahili you'll be able to learn from. Thank you, Liz. Thank you everybody watching from Kenya. Beatrice watching from Ethiopia. Thank you so much, Lensa. Mainama, thank you, watching from there. Thank you, Anthony. Stevie. All the way from the country of 1,000 hills, that is Rwanda. Yeah, it is true, Ninzinza. In Rwanda, there are so many hills, 1,000 hills. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you all in the US and good evening to others. Thank you so much, Molly. Yes, so this is the purpose. Like, I want to create this kind of, yes, come to these countries, but what are you going to gain from those countries? What are you going to be resilient, to be very, very strong, to be able? That's why I'll usually bring some interviews from other people, from other backgrounds, so that they can share their stories. For instance, an hour from now, I'll be having an interview with one lady. She's Nigerian and she lives in Germany. So I'll be having an interview with that person. So the aim, that is the aim. Come back to your home country. Yeah. So those are the things people can decide. You can come here, get the money, the whatever, and go back to your home country and invest, depending on yeah. And especially if you are living on the street of the United States, it is easier to be homeless here because the culture is very complex. People don't care about, oh, this is from my own country. No, you were just there, you were there, everybody continues their own life. So it is easier to be, I'm not going to answer the questions. I've already made the video about the green card application. Go to the playlist of the green card. There's green card lottery application form. Okay, yeah. So there is that video. If you go on my videos, you will be able to find it. Okay. I'm not answering questions about green card or whatever. Bitcoin or crypto, they are not proof of fund in America. America doesn't recognize those Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. No. You need to have the actual cash in the bank. That is the only thing. The Bitcoin thing, whatever, America doesn't recognize. Yes, Kirain, I'm taking the questions, but not green card. I want the questions about American life, immigrants, the journey, the way to succeed, the challenges. Those are the questions I'm going to answer. It depends on, you are carpenter. It depends how long have you been, what kind of training do you have? Okay, my social media, Instagram. If you're looking on my YouTube, on the right top hand corner, you'll be able to see the few things. Number one, you'll be able to see my Twitter. You'll be able to see my Instagram account. They are there. And I have two Instagram accounts. These are my Instagram account, EBM Signature and EBM Scholars. For those who are looking for the scholarships, they can go to that ebmscholarships.com. They'll be able to see there. For those who speak Swahili, go to the EBM Swahili, youtube.com/EBM Swahili, and the main channel, which is the EBM Scholars channel, which is here. Okay, long time, sir. Thank you for the good job. What time do you start live stream these days? So this usual the live stream, I'm supposed to, every day I'm supposed to start back from, it will be noon my time. So an hour from now, that will be every day I'll be doing live stream from that time. So I don't know what time in the US will be noon, which is my lunch break. Of the central time. But today I decided to do this one live stream quicker because an hour from now, I'll be having an interview with another person. So I'm going to be back to the live stream strategy. Does anyone know embassies for tourist visas opening in Europe? It's very difficult. The priority for the visas are for those who are going to get the visa for green card. Could you do more interviews about different jobs in the military with both retired and active members? I would love to know more about the lifestyle and the work. Thank you. I'll be able to do that and to help people to understand about different jobs and all other kind of things. Thank you. You are right. It is important to be ready, psychological. Thank you for the heads up, Anthony Gachau. Yes, because we don't want people to come with the mindset that I'm going to America. You are promising everybody that, oh, just stay here, I'll build the house for you, my mother. Don't worry. You're telling your uncle, I'll make you another home. And you are thinking that you come here, will be able to do that. You'll be surprised, and you can have a very big problem while people, you're not to be able to do that. Thank you, Bahati. Yeah. Tafadzwa, hi EBM, thank you. That is my YouTube channel for Swahili, those who speak Swahili. Yeah, so that is something I want to share. Tafadzwa, hi EBM, watching from South Africa. Thank you so much. And Tafadzwa, just like recently, I've been watching a lot of those the Woza dances from South Africa. Yeah. You are the V2022 winner. I don't have the you can fill the form. You have to fill the form. Yeah. Kagondu. Hi, do we have a way on how people can immigrate due to having a special skills? Yes, in Canada, they have a lot of those one. Australia, go and watch my video about Australia. Watch my videos about Canada. In the US, you can apply to get the H1 visa, but it's very complicated compared to other countries. New Zealand, they have the same or similar way. Thank you, Emmanuel from Ghana. Watching from Cameroon. Hi, IBM, the reality of living abroad. Thank you so much, the Ugandan village wife. I know we can connect because you live in England. You know the reality of living abroad. It is very, very... Yeah, speaking of the reality, so let me show Kevo is here. Kevo is the first person. I showed the video. Let me... Kevo, I was chatting with Kevo yesterday, and I showed... I'm writing a book now. I wrote a book, but before I finished it, there was some complication about the green card lottery last year. So I decided to change, so I didn't continue. So now I'm decided to create another book for the DV lottery. This book will come on September, 1 month before going to green card lottery. So this is the I will post the video about it, what I'm planning to do. So that the book is called The Green Card Lottery, the ultimate guide for the DV 2023 lottery and beyond. Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM scholars. So this will be the book which I'm planning to write at the moment. So I changed the way how I'm going to write this book. So instead of writing like, okay, yes, I'll be talking about this is the way of applying, but also that's why I say DV 2023 and beyond. I'll be talking about the lottery itself. But what are other ways to come to America? What are other ways to go beyond green card lottery to other countries to have the dream bigger? But what if you don't come to these countries? So that is the thing I wanted to share about that way. So I'm working on that one. Kojo say, when moving to the United States is permanent basis, what will you advise someone to carry along? Okay. If you are the DV lottery winner and you come to America, don't be, if you come with these artifacts, for instance, let me show you some of these ones. Oh, I want to come with these kind of things, item like this. Oh, you'll be able to sell. No, you are not going to sell these kind of things. The people who are buying them, they are tourists because they're in your countries already. But here, people don't care about those kind of things. What I need you to come with, make sure that if you have all your transcripts, all certificates, original one you have, come with them. That's number one. Number two, bring your A game. Bring the attitude of success. Bring the resilience culture. Come here that I come here. I want to come with the bigger goal of your mind. I'm going to America as immigrant, but my goal is to become a governor. My goal is to become a senator. My goal is to become a congressman. My goal is to become the highest doctor in America, or to become the designer in Apple Palo Alto over there. So all this have a bigger goal. Even if you don't reach, you'll go very, very far. But if you come with the goal to work at McDonald's, you are going to be wiped off. So those are the things you need to I do not understand your question. Beka Kasim, watching from Tanzania, thank you. And I'm a medical, MD means medical doctor, but I have problem in form that one about a person education. Could you help me? Send me an email. I want to contact you. Sarah, I don't understand. Like, if you feel the DSC2 is 60, what your current profession is a doctor. The form sometimes when the drop down menu might not have every exactly simple small thing. What do they need? Do you have a degree? For instance, you are a doctor. The medical doctor still is a bachelor degree. So being a medical doctor is not a PhD, it's not a doctorate. Unless others you are a doctor, MD, but you want to do master's and doctorate. But remember, you have a master's degree, your bachelor degree, that's enough for you to come. Once you come here, the profession you are doing into the interview has nothing to do with what you are going to do in America. Anthony was saying, I'm a Swahili trained teacher from recently arrived in the United States, Arkansas. Tell me where the opportunities for Swahili trained teachers. Please guide me. Anthony, just email me on this email, IBM Scholars at outlook.com. Write me email on that. Email me on that one. I will guide like what are the ways you can be able to find some Swahili jobs around. But mostly you find them online, will be translating or whatever. Yeah, if you're a student, you're supposed to work 20 hours. Are there scholarships available for undergraduates? Go and read the, if you go to my my IBM Swahili, my channel, the email, there is a video I posted yesterday about undergraduate scholarships for international students. So I'm going to post the link here. Sarah, you can be able to watch it. So that is the, okay, just wait. Copy the link. Okay, so okay, so higher from Kenya. If a special skill is there, a way to can migrate to the, yes, watch the videos about going to Canada, pathways to Canada. Watch my videos. If I'm doing for $15 job, that way, can I be allowed to do 20 hours in a day for both night and I'm single? If you're a green card lottery winner, you have green card, you're allowed to work whatever you want. They don't care about that. But if you're a student, you're not allowed to work more than 20 hours. If you are having a work permit, like green card holder, there is no minimum hours. It's 24 hours. If you can work 24 hours, that's up to you. That's why I'm saying the way you come to these countries will be able to be determining for you to be able to do something or not. Please, I'm a nurse and I want to fill the form for the DV lottery. Can you help me out? At the time, it's not application. It's not the time for application until October. Following from Uganda, thank you. Can you do a video of IT professional links on how you can apply for IT jobs or probably H1 visa? I will do that. Thank you for the good information. How much money do you have to have in the bank account? It depends on the type of the visa. If you're applying for as a student, there is a school fees, tuition and fees, and living expenses. It does will be determined by the school and the city you'll be going. But if you're coming for the DV lottery as a winner, there is no requirement for the bank statement. I don't have work experience, but I have high school and degree. Will be denied the visa? It depends on the type of the visa. If it is green card lottery, you are going to be given the visa. There is no problem with that. Becca, I've already posted my email. That's my email. Write to me, ebmscholars@outlook.com. I'll be able to get that one. I think I've responded to all the questions so far. Joy Jones will say thank you so much. So thank you, everyone. So I wanted to make it this is not very, very long. The good thing is 50 minutes, not like an hour. So I'll be getting ready to prepare for another live stream. The other live stream, it will come for an hour, because now here it is 11:09. So 50 minutes from now at 12 of my time, like 50 minutes from now, I'll be going live, and I'll be going live to interview one lady from Germany. How can you change a visitor's visa to permanently? Get married to American citizen, or get green card lottery, win green card lottery. Those are the ways you can be able to get it. When you send the question, send it once. Don't send it over and over. Watching from Bahrain. You are applying for master's degree. That's why I said, go to my link here, and you'll be able to, for those who are looking for the scholarships, visit that website, scholarships.com, ebmscholarships.com. You'll be able to find the scholarships over there. Or on my YouTube here, on playlist, there is playlist for scholarships in Europe, scholarships in America. Watch those videos. So let me end here right now and prepare myself for the interview I'm going to do with the lady in Germany. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. But what I want to leave you is to be positive and get ready wherever you have the opportunities to do anything in your life, or want to migrate to these countries. Please make sure that you are very, very competent. You are very, very ready to be able to do that. Can I get admission from the US without TOEFL? I'm from Cameroon. It's very difficult. You can get, but you'll be having very fewer opportunities. So let me end here. I'm not answering any question. Thank you so much, and I hope this one has been able to help you to get ready for the opportunities. And once you come to these countries, you'll be able to succeed. May God bless you each and everyone, and goodbye.